All right, here we go. It's another day, another way. Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WPLS, and I'm here with the guest. He's a director and choreographer of the Iris Project, and he joins us today to speak about his film, Wild Act One, and how it's providing a platform for Black artists. So please welcome to the show, Jeremy McQueen. Jeremy, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
All right, great. Welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself and also the Black Iris Project.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Jeremy McQueen. I'm originally from San Diego, California, and I moved to New York about 16 years ago, pursuing a career in dance and theater. As a young kid, I was in love with the arts. My mom took me to see the Phantom of the Opera when it came on tour to San Diego, and I was about 8 years old. We rented binoculars sitting on the last row in the nosebleed section of this huge theater where I just really fell in love with live music, dance, theater, art, being able to sit in these plush red seats and seeing the beautiful costumes, the scenery, the lighting, the dancing, acting, everything about it just gave me chills and spoke to me in ways that I'd never experienced before. I did, yeah. I looked at my mom after that performance and was like, I want more of this. I had no idea I could have a career or make a living as an artist. I just knew that it just provided me a source of inspiration and motivation and an opportunity to express myself in ways that I could step outside of my own body that I had never experienced.
And mom and dad opened up the checkbook, huh?
They did, yeah. They made a ton of financial sacrifices. My family was not wealthy by any means. They're originally from Alabama, growing up very poor in large families. But they decided that when they moved to California, they were going to take a leap of faith, try something different, and expose their child to all the things that they didn't get to experience at a young age. So I'm very grateful for them providing me so many opportunities to just learn more about myself and explore my own identity through art.
Yeah. And now you're in a position to give back.
Yeah, I took a huge leap of faith myself, moving to New York, not really knowing what that experience would be like, but just chasing this dream of wanting to have a career on Broadway and in the arts. And I've been so grateful and blessed to have been able to see so many of my dreams become realities, having danced in Wicked and The Color Purple and dancing on stage at the Metropolitan Opera House. But one thing that I always felt like I lacked was being able to see other people that looked like me in leadership roles as the director, as the choreographer, as the producer, and specifically telling stories that reflected my upbringing, my culture, my experience. And so in 2016, I decided it was time to start my own initiative. And I started the Black Iris Project, which is a ballet-based collaborative that brings Black artists together of various different genres, specifically to create original classical and contemporary ballets that are rooted in Black history or the Black experience.
Yeah, great. So how did you come up with the name, the Black Iris Project?
Correct. I was at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2012. And in an effort to get out of my house and find another experience to help me through this process of understanding what she was going through, a friend of mine and I decided to go to the Met, and we saw this painting just by happenstance called Black Iris 3 by Georgia O'Keeffe. And it gave me this feeling, the exact same feeling that I got the first time I saw Phantom of the Opera. So I immediately connected with childhood Jeremy, and I wanted more of that painting. So I walked us all throughout the museum back to this painting so many different times. And I then took how I was feeling about my mother and also just realizing and understanding the beauty of this painting, as well as the beauty of Black women and the women that have helped raise me and make me who I am. So I wanted to honor them. And so I created a choreographic work called Black Iris. It received a national award from the Joffrey Ballet. I got to create this huge ballet in Chicago, and that opportunity just provided me a catalyst of inspiration of
Yeah.
how we can further diversify the arts. You know, it's not enough just to have a Black dancer play the lead swan in Swan Lake. It's really something even more deep and meaningful when you can actually see stories that you can relate to, played by people
Right.
that resonate from your own culture. And
Yeah.
so, you know, I loved that experience in 2012 and 13. And a few years later, after teetering back and forth between performing gigs, I decided, you know, it was time for me to kind of be the change that I wish to see in the world and start creating opportunities for other
There you
Black
go.
creatives such as myself.
Bravo. Jeremy, how important was it for you to create a platform that champions visibility for local Black and Brown artists?
Oh, it was so important. You know, I think by my having that experience of going to see Phantom of the Opera for the first time, it changed the course of my entire life. You know, I wholeheartedly say that I am the byproduct or the end product of what arts exposure can really do for someone. It provides confidence and creativity. And so being able to specifically see your own stories told through artistic mediums, it just opens so many windows of
Yeah.
possibilities of where you can go in your life, despite the current circumstances that one may face. And that's something that really inspired me and connects with the ballet that I've been working on, Wild Act One.
And you're written up in the New York Times, I hear?
Yeah,
Tell us
we had
about it.
it happened very quickly, and I'm so grateful. But we had a 2-page spread in the New York Times recently, and I was given an opportunity to share my voice and to also talk about the voices that we're aiming to amplify with this new ballet film, Wild Act One.
How'd you feel about that?
Oh, it was incredible. I mean, as a kid, it was always my dream to live in New York and to dance on the biggest stages and to be featured in the New York Times. It was always a huge dream of mine. But to then actually see it become a reality and feel what that experience feels like, it's unmatched. I still have no words to describe
Yeah.
just
Wow.
how full circle it feels.
Yeah. And now Wild Act One.
Yeah, so Wild is part of a 4-part series that I'm creating that specifically aims to highlight the voices of justice involved youth, specific Black and Brown youth, who often see their voices go unheard or unrecognized. And so
Mhm.
I've been working with a number of organizations to gather artistic writings, paintings, materials that are written by youth involved in the justice system, to really be able to capture the essence of some of the challenges that they go through, both systemic challenges as well as just personal internal challenges of understanding what it's like on the mental process of growing up in a detention center, growing up in solitary confinement, and how these really just harsh and cruel punishments can have long-term effects on early childhood development.
Wow. You put that all together. Wild Act One. Now, where can we see that?
Wild Act One is streaming on our website, blackirisproject.org/wild through April 4th. But it's always been important to me that my Bronx community have an opportunity to experience my work first and
All
to
right.
experience it as free or as discounted as possible. So there are 2 screenings that are coming up. We've partnered with BronxNet, as we have many times, to screen the film on BronxNet television station coming up soon. I'm not sure exactly what those dates are, but I'm sure they'll put them on the
Don't
screen.
hurt. Yeah, we'll take care of all of that. Don't even worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. Website, social media, where do we go?
Yeah, to learn more about the Black Iris Project or to make a donation to help us to continue to amplify Black voices, Black lives, Black stories, you can visit blackirisproject.org. And we are also on Instagram at Black Iris Project.
There you go. Jeremy, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you and thank you for all the great work that you're putting out. You know, a lot of
Of
people are
course.
proud of you. I know that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. Jeremy McQueen, director and choreographer, Wild Act One. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay safe. God
Thank you,
bless.
you too.
All right. We'll take a break. We've got more. Don't go anywhere. We'll hook you up next.